Well, hello everyone, it's Liam Catterson here with an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. rewatch as part of my 10-year anniversary celebration. I did put out a poll, kind of like how I did with Doctor Who, Mummy on the Orient Express. I did put out a poll, but this time it spanned for a few years. That's what I'm going to be doing until I guess I'm caught up, because I'll be doing quite a few rewatches as part of this 10-year thing. But that's what I'll keep doing up until we do hit, I guess, 2024. So yeah, but yes, the people have spoken. There was a few interesting choices that people vouched for, but we are doing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Episode 17 of season 1, Turn. Probably the biggest episode of the first season, and probably, I would say, the episode that really spun this iconic show into another direction. I mean, I know when people do speak about season 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I know there's that encouragement to stick around because it will like completely turn upside down at a certain point, and this would be the point, really. So, but of course, this was happening at the same time that Captain America: The Winter Soldier came about as well. So, but like I said, I think this episode was the big turning point in terms of, you know, what Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Or the quality that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Provided. Because, you know, prior to that, season 1 was really, really neat. It was a really, really amazing show. But this went from like 10 to 10,000 in terms of like the hecticness, in terms of everything. So yeah, and it was just really, really superb. So let's revisit this. This is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., episode 17 of season 1. Let's go. You know what? There's some crazy level of foreshadowing with this song. And yeah, his role and things ultimately.
Tower, this is S.H.I.E.L.D. Echo 3. I got
this new course, I swear.
Oh, the plane just turned around, for God's sake.
How is this happening then?
HQ can override automated control of the avionics. Take us anywhere they want. Let me check the instrument panel and I'll be able to...
No way!
You're not going anywhere to explain what
It's not me!
Why did you have an encrypted hard
It was
line?
never me.
What's so secret?
Oh, you tell me. Simmons and I know you two have been whispering, keeping things from us about the drug that saved your life. Simmons
Yeah,
is just trying to
with
figure out how the
Tahiti.
whole thing works.
And
Yes.
there's just so much going on with the
is she talking
clairvoyant
to?
with Tahiti. So good.
We'll be good. But hey, we get questioned, let me talk. You're a surprisingly bad liar, Agent.
I know. But I'm getting better at it.
What do you mean noise?
I think she did. Especially when she, I think it was in season 2, infiltrated Hydra, I think it was. I don't know.
Aircraft on my tail, over.
Garrett?
Coulson, I'm under
Don't
attack.
let him in!
Drones. Repeat, S.H.I.E.L.D. drones are on my ass. We're not getting along.
I
You
wonder
copy?
why.
Copy.
Sky, decode the signal. We need to get ahead of this. I don't want any more surprises today.
Well, bad luck about that one.
What happened? She's a sleeper. I mean, the other kind of sleeper.
What are you saying?
Ready when you are, boss.
Play dead. What does that mean?
It means I better not miss.
Well, you could hit Garrett. You know, make this thing,
Yeah. Booyah.
make this thing a bit more bridged than it, you know, originally was.
If you waver, you die.
So that's the thing, though. Hand would just be so intimidating. Oh shit!
Out of the shadows.
Into the light. Hydra. This is when things really turned to 211. Hydra reveal.
Everywhere among us.
Among Us.
You know where to find me. Gemma, don't trust anyone.
And oh yeah, that doesn't look good.
Look, ladies.
gives the go-ahead.
You're good.
I hate how he's like soaking this in whilst he's under Hydra's wing.
Playing us is... If you have the ability to make this right, now's the time. Because you can't make it worse.
It's just so painful, like with May and Phil, like, well, Phil being at odds with May.
Hello.
This is an X10 straight connection to Director Fury's personal line. Where is he?
Dead?
Director Fury is dead.
Oh, yeah.
It had to be done.
Yep.
But I didn't do it for Fury. I did it for you, to protect you.
Those emotional layers there.
A lot.
Okay.
Show me your hands.
No. Hope nothing bad happens. Nothing bad happens except for these guys. Oh no.
For all time, we'll share Fury's fate.
It's a good test, isn't it? Like, I'm Hydra too. Are you? And then Trip just passes the test.
You're not Hydra, thank God.
Well, don't celebrate just yet. We may not be Hydra, but your friend Coulson, he is.
Except he isn't. Although, unbeknownst to him, obviously, he might be working with Hydra, but that doesn't necessarily mean shit.
Yet when we found this brain-dead clairvoyant, Coulson's man Ward shot him before we could learn a single thing about him.
Yeah.
The lies add up, Agent Simmons. Are you telling me he's never kept a secret from you? The worst thing you can do right now is to
Gemma.
underestimate. But it's suicide.
Not if I don't die. And if I do,
Slow down.
maybe I deserve to.
Oh, heck. Sympathy act.
Man, Sky. I want a chance to take you up on it. To have that talk. Look, I know I'm not that guy too locked down.
I wonder if he accounted, like,
Boring.
for
When
how much time he has left remaining before his cover was blown.
Have a drink.
See, some of the shots. Look at those amateur shots, though. That it kind of adds on, doesn't it, to the cinematography? He was getting his ass handed to him, and then he just sees the knife, and he's just like,
You should really look up.
You, using the same machine she used to brainwash that bitch in the flower dress, and right now, she's probably doing the same to Agent Simmons.
boom,
Oh, I've considered it plenty,
boom.
my
I never said Raina had been inside the machine.
You read it in a report then.
You went with us.
Point is, how many? I get it, but you need to take a second. And...
What a moment! Oh, oh, this never gets old.
Damn it.
Freeze! Don't move. Hands where I can see him.
Easy. Hail Hydra.
Such disbelief, such agony. Ah.
Clearing corners, slicing the pie. Remember, Phil?
Fury was burying you for this.
Probably.
But he's already getting buried, right?
This is you being a psychopath.
Phil's
I know
rebuttals.
you'd follow him to the grave, so... As for you, Agent Fitz,
So,
you'll hold a very high rank on our tech division if you volunteer.
Fitz, no.
If not,
Is that all of them?
Wasn't as big as I thought.
It's so good. And now just like hands free. Oh, poor Fitz. So good.
Hands up, drop your weapon! Don't move!
Fits of its
I'm
heart,
not
love
Hydra.
it. I hate this because you can see how hurt Ward is. You had to break the bad news to him, the disbelief, and it's sick. It's revolting.
Agents who aren't Hydra or dead. Not that that means anything now. All we have is each other. So stay in touch, Agent Coulson.
I think Ward knew at this moment he was fucked. He was compromised.
You're not a friend, but I do believe you're an ally. We need all the allies we can get.
What are we
saying
planning
not
to do next?
calling her a
Survive.
friend.
Should put you a little deeper underground. What do you think, Agent Ward? You shot the wrong clairvoyant before. Care to shoot the right one?
No. Oh shit. This still pisses me off so much.
Boy, you should have seen the look on that guy's face when that thing went off. Oh man, he didn't know
It's going the full Homelander approach, just zoning out. Still sucks. It was disheartening, wasn't it? It was really disheartening, and yet we were not prepared for the amount of shit show that Ward would create. Oh, we were not prepared. What a dick. Yep. So, yeah, it was really, really enjoyable. It was really, really great to go through that. Like I said, that is one of the probably the best episode of season 1. Depending. Yeah. I mean, that's it though. It was at the height of The Winter Soldier, which, you know, is one of my favorite MCU movies as well. And it's just so convenient that this episode is one of my favorites of season 1. Just because this really was the shift in regards to where Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was going to go. Because that's it. See, when you think back to episodes prior, turn. I don't know, there's such a, like, obviously there's gonna be that, like, tension and all that jazz. It's not all gonna be sunshine and rainbows, but there is definitely a tonal shift. There is definitely a, there is definitely a huge difference, in regards to, where Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. went, really. So, yeah. And there's just so many nice little bits. I mean, not just, of course, the certain revelations and all of that. But, you know, there's just so many great moments. Like, of course, with May being under scrutiny, she came to that heartbreaking revelation that she was the one to put the team together, really. So... And yeah, like I said, this episode definitely was the turning point. Because it really gave us, I mean, there were some standout episodes of season 1, like FCZT, that was not only the episode that was like, okay, this show is absolutely a banger, but it was also the first time out of many occasions of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where I got emotional. And it made me invest in the Fitzsimmons ship, the greatest ship of all time. I will not be swayed any other way. But yeah, like I said, there were so many great episodes prior to this, but I think with this episode, it really decided, like with everything that's been building throughout the season, it really decided to take a very big shift. It made certain, like there was a certain direction for the season. Ward became a bit more of a very interesting character. I know there were a few people who didn't particularly gel, I would say, with Ward. They just thought there was a bit of a mundane approach to his character. But, like I said, we were not ready for what Ward was going to showcase from here until his departure, of course. And even then, like, with Season 4, for example, with the whole framework situation, it made me kind of want him back in a sense. Like, okay, well, you know, this what if Ward, I don't know. I would love to see this new Ward for example, but yeah, I mean, it was just very interesting to see what they were doing in terms of you know, what was brought out in this episode and all of that. So yeah, and it was definitely a big turning point. So, you know, turn the show around into a very big direction. So this is it though. This is the episode that really, I'd say, makes or breaks you as a Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fan. Like, if you're still not invested, that's a shame. But if you've stuck around and thought, okay, well, this is a nice show. I wouldn't say this is the best, but it's a nice show. Like, if you stuck around to this moment, this probably would be an episode that makes you go, holy shit. So, yeah. And they did a really fantastic job. So, in terms of, like, you know, just going from 16 episodes, and then this is just, like, this episode just hits on so many levels, so, yeah. So, I really love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah. I really loved him. Loved this show. Like I said, the beginning piece was even foreshadowing now that I obviously know what's coming up with Garrett and all of that. Because you had Don't Fear the Reaper play, and with Garrett working for Hydra, or, you know, Garrett is Hydra, should I say. There is that, like, and obviously with what is about to come within S.H.I.E.L.D., aka Hydra starts to take over S.H.I.E.L.D., there is that little bit of foreshadowing, you could say. So looking back on that episode, you know, have Don't Fear the Reaper is a pretty ominous foreshadowing. So even if you're not suspicious, even if you are suspicious about the song, just in general, when it's played on a show or whatever, like, oh, shit's gonna happen. I mean, I think that was gonna be the case anyways, but I don't know how many people would have thought that Garrett was, you know, Hydra. So, and then, yeah, just that bombshell. So, and, you know, there are just little bits and pieces that just make things sad. Like, Ward's reaction to Garrett being arrested as if, you know, he's just been told, like, a loved one has died. It's just that, you know, someone that you looked up to has betrayed you, and he's just giving off an Emmy Award-winning, like, Ward is giving off an Emmy Award-winning performance because, yeah. So, but what I really loved as well is with this episode, and everything being revealed, I do remember people were talking about certain signs foreshadowing to this moment, like Ward, when he was no longer controlled by Lorelai, I think her name was. When he was no longer being controlled, he still he still tried to shoot May. There were little bits of foreshadowing there, so yeah. But yeah, it was just it was just really, really great stuff. So I do wonder if there was any other considerations other than Ward. I doubt it, because obviously Ward is like, especially with how close the connection was, I guess, between Phil and Ward. You know, as if, you know, he's the apprentice in a sense. I doubt it, but I do, you know, you do wonder if there was any other considerations on, okay, this person has to be Hydra, etc. So, but Ward is the big one. So, I mean, he was there from the very beginning, in terms of, like, he was like one of the first. I think he was out of the, like, main Shield ensemble, the first character to appear. So, yeah. And it was just really great. So, yeah, but yeah, I do like it. It was very, very bold, this episode as well, to have that aligned with the Winter Soldier, because not everyone's going to see it on opening night and that. And I think that I can't remember when this episode occurred in conjunction with the Winter Soldier, but you could just imagine just being spoiled by, you know, you're enjoying Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and you're being spoiled by a primary twist of the movie by watching it on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, so, yeah. But it was just really, really great. Like, from the tension about why May had a direct line to Fury, and of course, you know, with Tahiti and all that shit, you know, that's happened in the past and all of that. It was just a very, very heartbreaking revelation that, you know, May had to make, not just in terms of, well, I had to keep an eye on things just in case they went to hell, but also because of the fact that, you know, she assembled things. So, yeah. But, yeah. It was just really, really an amazing episode. So thrilling. I remember watching it, like, for the first time. And it was just mind-blowing, because obviously episode 16 ended with a very ominous shot of Victoria Hand, and you were thinking, is she, you know, bad news? And then that episode kind of played it off until the halfway point. And again, I really loved the whole test that she inflicted on the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, because, you know, she was waiting for them to cough about the whole situation of, you know, hey, swear loyalty to Hydra. So she was waiting for anyone to just say, yeah, hail Hydra. So, yeah. But, yeah, they played that off. And then, of course, when it got to Garrett and his true intentions, there was just a suspension of belief. Like, there was no way. And then, of course, the Hydra agents shot the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and then it's just like this certain disbelief. And then Ward, of course, at the end, you were just absolutely... It was just absolutely shambolic. In a good way. But it was just like, holy what? So, yeah. But, I mean, this was an episode where you're like, okay, this is just an insane moment in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I hope it gets better in, from here onwards. And it's, and there is that spoiler alert about, oh, it does get better. Like, this is it. This is like like this is the first big moment, some would say. And it's just gonna get better from here onwards, so yeah. But it was an episode that was filled with denial and disbelief and shocks. So yeah. And it is just really, really amazing. So, and it was just really great to revisit this episode because, like I said, it is one of the best episodes of season 1, probably the best episode of season 1. But it was also just very insane, just in general, and it really does stand out. Like, out of all of the episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., this one does stand out in a good way, because it is one of the big turning points in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, yeah. But, yeah, I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, that was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That was Turn. And this was my rewatch of a banger episode. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this rewatch. Hope you guys take good care of yourselves. And until the next time, toodles!